hope you're well. Welcome to another video. I had to put this out. It's a little bit different. There's not a scary message involved or anything like that. Quite the contrary. It's actually something that's a little bit more uplifting because something's happened to me this morning. I don't know, everything became clear for me. And as always with me, I have to be pushed right to the limits before I realise that no, things have to change. And I thought I'd share it with you because I know a lot of you have had various problems from the past and it could be in the same stages I've been in. So yeah, let's talk about it. So anyway, if you're new here, please subscribe. If you want a personal reading with me, you can do that. That's what I'm focusing on now more than anything. I'll still be doing the healing channel, but I'm focusing. This has been such a big journey for me, doing the YouTube channel, and it's opened my eyes to a lot of things. And by the way, I know another channel message is coming in because I've started receiving emails from Churchill Insurance again, which usually means there's a message from Churchill or somebody big like that. So that'll be coming soon. But this one, I wanted to talk to you about it, and I am going to do this from time to time. So it's about finally knowing who you are and having that epiphany. And sometimes, as I say, you have to be pushed right to the edge like I was. I'm not going to go into it. A few things happened over the weekend, in particular last night, and with my health, with all sorts of things. And I just thought, actually, it was a tarot reading on the Friday night that set me off. Is it Friday night or Saturday? Somebody's tarot reading, and I knew it was for me on YouTube. Was it Tarot Without Boundaries? Something like that. She's pretty good, accurate. And it was the Aries one, and it just became very clear for me. But a few other things happened, and I've had a few false starts into changing things, but still getting dragged back into the turmoil in my mind, all the negative thoughts, all of that kind of thing. But this morning I woke up there. I spent the whole night angry. I kept waking up being angry about everything, couldn't go to sleep, tossing and turning. I had neck pain, which is never good for me. And well, it's not good for anybody, but with my curved spine, I'm such a... Anyway, so it was a lot of pain. In the morning, I felt really rough, so I had to take some tablets and just lie for a while, lie flat. And I thought about everything. And funny enough, I was listening to calming music about whales, fish, everything in the sea, which is known to calm you down. And I'm going to be doing some channeled work on that, animals and all sorts, animal communication, things like that. So I've been planning that for a while, but this is what I thought when I came up with that. I realised that I had been pushed to my limits and I couldn't go any further. I had to start accepting what had been, what even was to come, and in my personal life, and that there was nothing I could do about it. I had to stop resisting because I was blocking myself and causing a lot of pain. I blame my guys for blocking me a lot, which I think in some cases they have. That's what they do. But I think the biggest block has come from myself, which it's not believing in me, not saying what I'm capable of and who I really am. And I know a lot of you have this out there. So I came up with 10 tips as to, realising when you have to change. You should know anyway, but these things really show up because they've been showing up for me a lot. So number one is locked in fear. When you realise you're locked in fear, and it will become apparent, very apparent. It's like an addiction. Okay, it's something that you know. And yeah, I have suffered from anxiety since I was 14, probably before that, but it really came out at 14. I've had panic attacks, I've had depression, I've had, you name it, I've had it, okay? Well, not everything, obviously, but you know what I mean. And so I understand that, and that's something that has to be managed, okay? There are steps you can take to manage that. So, if some of you are having real problems with that, you can talk to a therapist, okay, a doctor, whoever. But I realised that my fear, especially after I got my divorce, was an addiction for me. I felt also my revenge. I wanted revenge. I wanted karma to come in. You know, I'm called karma a lazy bee several times, and she is. But you know, it's not up to for me to say when. People do get paid back for things they've done. They do. And they do have to make amends. So it does happen. But you can't control it. Tell that to me a few weeks ago and I would have... Yeah. But, so locked in fear, it's an addiction. It's something you know and you feel comfortable with. I know that's a funny thing to say, but when you know, it's like knowing where it is all the time. Instead of, if I know where it is, then it can't surprise me. That kind of thing. And it's about, well, it still hurts. It still makes you feel ill, and it makes you feel small, squashed, and what's coming next to attack me. There are things in life that are going to come and it's going to feel like that. And you have to ride that wave. It's just the way it is. And I know some of it sounds like common sense. It is, but sometimes I think we all have to hear it again. Okay, so it's coming out of that fear, realizing first, cognitively realizing that you are locked in fear with an addiction, and then sort of standing back from it and looking at it from afar. Why do I need to be like that? Yeah. Number 2, you can't save all of the world, but you can educate it and you can help. I've been in this mentality of, well, overgiving. I can give this, I can do this, I can do that. And I can make a difference here. I can do this. I can change it. If I keep giving, people will realize I'm here to help. People will realize that I'm not a horrible person. That I am good enough. That I'm this. That I'm that. And that I can do whatever. It can be a few reasons. Overgiving is not great because people will just take from you and go, look, try hard or whatever they say. Yeah, high maintenance, whatever. What does she think she's doing? But, you know, if it's for free, I'll take it. So overgiving, and you do get depleted and you do feel it physically, especially if you're a psychic medium or you're a starseed, like giver, empath, whatever your work is. Yeah, even a creative, you get depleted and you have to look after yourself. It is about putting your mask on before you help somebody else on an aeroplane. And remember, aeroplanes are a big thing for me. Okay. So overgiving is, and you can't save everyone, and nor should you. I once had a psychic medium saying that's somebody's lesson, that's somebody's life plan that they came with, that they wanted to do. It's not going to stop me in a lot of cases, because you don't know if it is or not for real, but it can be. But it's always lend a helping hand, but don't overgive. Yeah. Remember, you've got to give to yourself, or you can't help anyone. Number 3, embrace what is past and what is to come without fear and resistance. You are more than capable of handling it. That's what I wrote down here. You can't stop it, so learn to accept it. Welcome it as part of your journey. That's very hard to do. There gets a point where they're resisting and trying to change this and trying to change that and trying to head it off at the pass, as they say. It's not. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. There's nothing you can do about it. I really learnt that. And you can't bring it back always. Yeah. If it's meant to come back, it'll come back, and you'll know it's meant to be. But you can't make it come back. Yeah. Okay. Number 4, accept who you are. Resisting and getting angry isn't going to change anything. Just follow on from that. Yeah. I found that I thought that anger has made me very determined and has pushed me forward, but it doesn't always work because it exhausts me. And maintaining a level of anger to keep you determined and focused doesn't work. It depletes you. It's an exhausting emotion, and it's just, it doesn't get you as far as you think. Okay, and it knocks you out of balance. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be angry at times, because it definitely does help, and it helps you to focus, but in short bursts. Not the anger that I was maintaining, because I made a decision when I was 14, when I was having those panic attacks, that the only way to get out of this. I was walking around feeling so lightheaded because I was over breathing. My back had affected that. Everything. It was an effort to walk down the street. So the only way I could get out of it was to get angry with myself and determined. And it got me out. The thing was, and I did have a counsellor say this to me, I'd maintained it for all these years. I was still doing it in many cases. And it ain't working anymore because it's had its time. So it's about getting that balance, okay? And just valuing yourself more with it, you know? Okay, 5, have achievable goals and work up towards the larger ones. They won't come until you are ready. They won't, complete. They won't get there. You will manifest them. Some of these things are not what you really wanted. When you get them, you find that out. I've done that a few times. I think, oh, what is this? Blah, blah, blah. And I realize and I think back, oh, that you wanted that. So it's come in. And you think, oh, that's never going to come in or blah, blah, blah. But they do come in. This, wishing for it, writing it down on paper, just want it, verbalize it, do whatever. It comes in. And they're all backlogged sometimes because you've been resisting. And then all of a sudden they start coming in. And some of them, you get them and you go, oh, what is that? Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. It's true. I mean, listen to that song. Pussycat Dolls. That's great. But then some of them have to come in because it teaches you, and you have to go through them to learn about yourself and who you are and what you really want. Okay, so again, you can't send them back when they come in. You just have to go through it and learn from it. These are things I know. It just suddenly hit me this morning. These are things I've known, but they keep them here. I've had to bring it all the way through. And it's really interesting when I make a step forward, my guides will all show me a whole load of mirrors, smoke and mirrors here, crashing and breaking. So, and I'm hearing that now. So there you go. I hope that happens for you. Number 6, above all, know yourself, warts and all, and be content with it. You are perfect as you are. Just be. It's like Shakespeare said, to be or not to be, that is the question. Just be. Yeah? Because you can improve yourself. You can learn new skills, and you can improve yourself. But you can't change the core of who you are. You were meant to be that way. That's who you are. That's who your spirit is. Okay? But you can improve yourself. There are some souls who come here to learn to play with the dark, and some who come to learn to play with the light, and some who come to do both. Yeah, and they are who they are. And sometimes you can't change them. You can improve and you can learn from something, but that core essence is who you are, and you're not perfect. Okay? And that's great. That's how it's meant to be. Okay, number 7. Accept what happened in the past and let it go. Sometimes you just don't get justice when you want it. Leave it to a higher power. And that's following on from another point I've made. And yeah, it's because this constant, when's it going to happen? Why am I, blah, 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 blah. I keep shouting at the universe. When's it going to happen? What are you doing? Why am I here? Why is he there? And this comparing yourself to other people. I did everything you wanted. I'm doing my job. Why is my ex-husband there? Why is my brother there? What's happening to me? Yeah. Everybody's on their different journeys. Like when my child was, a baby, and when all the other kids and the mothers, and they used to compare, oh, so-and-so's teeth haven't fallen out yet, his grown-up teeth haven't come in, or they're a bit of a slow reader, blah, blah, blah. And I used to say to them, well, everybody does it on their own time, yeah? And everybody's unique, so you do it on your own time. Doesn't mean that you're slow or you're this or you're that. It's all just relative to you, but the time when you're supposed to do it, that's how it works. So I've had to learn about being divorced and fending for myself, because I've never had that experience. And idiot here wanted it. Idiot wanted to live. I never got to live. I went, you know, to university. I never got to live like a student. So that explains why I'm here. All of a sudden manifested. Took a long time to come in. Oh, I'm in a university town with my son. And he's going to uni, and I was supposed to be going back to uni, but I've put that on hold again. Yeah. And, oh, it's a bit like living like a student. The books around me there. Oh, I wanted to live in a flat on my own. I never had that experience. Look where we are. These were all the things I didn't want when I was younger. So, you know, I've done it my style, of course, luxury. But, you know, that's who I am. I've had to accept that as well. I can't do things a certain way because I am who I am. I like nice clothes. I love clothes. I love shoes. I love working my backside off every day because that's what I like to do. I like to be busy. I don't like to be just sitting. I wish I could just sit and chill. I can't. It's not my nature. And I don't like to sit out in the sun all the time. I like holidays where I can go and discover things. And my ex-husband always wanted to go on adventures, on rib rides and what have you. Not me. My idea of adventure was to go on trips off the cruise ship into the town, meet different people, see a bit of the country, and, you know, come back for a glass of bubbly in the... I was just seeing someone in the, you know, in one of the bar areas, and to watch the ship go out sedately and enjoy, you know, and, you know, I don't like buffets, and he did, and what... Do you see what I mean? You can't know who you are. Whether people think it's, you know, look down their nose at the things you like or what. You just got to know who you are. And that's who I am. And I don't care anymore. I'm tired of trying to be everything for everyone. So, yeah, I'm learning. This whole YouTube experience, massive learning curve for me. I don't know about you, but it is for me. So, yeah. You know, and accept that I saw a shot actually about a woman who learned from her divorce that she realised that she didn't know who she was, and she found out who she was when she got divorced, and that her values hadn't been compatible with the person she was with. And that's basically what I found. You know, you have to be yourself, and I couldn't be myself in my marriage. I had to be what other people wanted me to be. So you have to learn things, and they're hard. And I have to accept what I did, and that things didn't go right. And now I know why, because I couldn't be me. So it's accepting and learning from the past, and, you know, you know, and leave it to a higher power to get that justice. Those people have to go and learn as well. Okay, it's not worth it. Number 8, never give up on your dream. They are getting me to write again. They switch me on and off like a tap. It's like I've suddenly had ideas coming in. I don't know what's going on, but I've suddenly got very, very hot here. And I don't think I'm having a hot flush. So somebody must be around. Wow, really hot. That's weird. I often do when I do these videos, and it's not anxiety. Because once I'm going, I'm fine. There is somebody over there. And never give up on your dream. If it doesn't come now, it will later. I learned that from a TED talk, actually. You may have to learn something first before it's appropriate to have it. Okay, so you can appreciate it more. And that's what I'm saying with the writing. On, off, on, off, on, off. It's like that song, Hot and Cold, by Katy Perry. That's how it feels all the time. And I obviously had to learn some stuff. And I've had to learn to, Marissa Peer's good for this, a hypnotist, learning about reprogramming my brain. I have been trying to do this with my fits, with everything. I have managed. I couldn't, when I first had this and I was married, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't exercise. If I did 3 minutes on the cross trainer, I was fitting. I was having 32 fits a day. I was in such a state, and it was horrendous. I really felt like ending everything. It was that bad. And I've had to it's all about with FND, functional neurological disorder, it's all about retraining your brain in the end to accept. And I have now managed to get to the gym. And this all from the divorce, all the things I've had to learn, managed to get the gym. My son's got me at the gym. I am walking more. My figure's getting better, thank God, at last. And I'm taking away things that had helped me before. They're not helping me anymore. And I managed to run on the treadmill. It was for a minute. It was so exhilarating. I have been exhausted ever since, because I walk, I do cardio, I've just started strength training. I couldn't do any of these things. And I had to wait a long time for it. I had to learn things before I could get that dream of trying to get more healthy. I eat differently. I don't know. It's I've learned to live alone, because my son goes off, he does all sorts of things, and you know, all these things that I couldn't have done before. I went straight from my parents straight into marriage with my husband. I never knew what it was like to live alone. Things like that. I never knew what it was like to be single, really. I was 17 when I met him, and I've learnt all these things. And there were things that I dreamt about when I was tired of my marriage, and they've all come in, and I don't like them all, I'll admit it. But I've had to learn. So when you think you're not manifesting, you are. It just sometimes takes a while to come through. So I'm really looking forward to the massive world cruise, circumnavigating Asia and then Panama Canal and all of that. And I'm really looking forward to living in a castle, like a fairy princess. I'm waiting for all this stuff coming in. And being an international bestseller author. Well, you never know. So whatever dreams you have, keep them going. Because, even if you have to take a break from them, don't forget about them. Go and do something else, then come back to it. Okay? Take guidance. That's what's happened to me. It's the same with, I didn't get on with my mum. You know, I've talked about all of that, and she died very recently. I've had a rough time since then, as you would expect, and so is my son. And all of a sudden, did you hear that? That tap, that's confirming she is here. And I've noticed there's so many changes. She keeps showing me, she's in her work clothes that she used to wear, and she goes out the back. Now it's paved out the back, but she's weeding the garden out the back. To the point, it was so strong the other day, I went to the back, and I think I did this as a child, and I just all of a sudden came out my mouth, Mum, come in, what are you doing? There's no garden there. And she says, there is a garden, there's going to be a garden. I'm weeding. She used to come to my house and weed, and she's doing that. There are so many things we've changed since she died. I haven't put the chairs on an angle up the top there. Chairs on an angle, different cushions come in, all these little things. My son started doing stuff, and I thought, in the ear. And so that is a dream come true for me. I had to wait a long time for it, and unfortunately it had to happen in spirit, but I'm grateful for it. I feel safer, everything. So some things you have to wait for, and they come in different forms. They don't always come in the form that you want them to. Okay, and the other thing I've learned, number 9, friends come and go, as does money. Yeah, everything has its time, goes out. They're all waves. It's like your thoughts as well. Nathan, my main guide, showed me that a long time ago. Sometimes if you're anxious, Let the thought, it's like a wave. Let the thoughts come in and then wash out. Wash out. Yeah? See them as waves. And things come in waves and they go out again. And then another wave comes in. Okay? But go in and out. It teaches you one thing. It goes out again then. Yeah? And number 10. Never pretend, this is a biggie, never pretend to be someone you think others want you to be. It's exhausting and never works. The truth always comes out. Okay, I think that one it explains itself. There's no need, just be. To be or not to be, just be. There is no question, just be. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps you. I had to put it out because it's just, I feel peace and I would love you to have peace. And it's going to take some work because, you know, those doubts will come and creep in again. But I have to say, though, there's one way I always saw my anger. And I think they remember everything about TV programs, films, whatever. You know, what was it? It was Superman 3, I think. And I think he was having a fight with himself. The kryptonite got to him, and he split in two, and you saw his angry side, and then him as Clark Kent, and the angry person was fighting with Clark Kent. That has been going on all my life, and I'm just giving up the fight and walking away. I'm just gonna be okay. So check out that scene. You can. The scene is on YouTube. I'll put a link in the description. It's brilliant. Explains everything and what you've got to do to put yourself back together. It's all about acceptance and letting go. Sounds cliche, but that's what it is. Okay, take care of yourselves. I say, if you want a personal reading with me, please contact me direct or have a look on my website as to what I offer. I'm reducing a lot of things that I offer now. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I wrote out, I had a conversation with my guides yesterday, and I channeled, they gave me questions to write down, and then they answered them. And I know what I'm supposed to be doing more now. My head is a lot clearer. So I do readings, healing, everything like that. I'm going to be doing that more on the healing channel. Course-wise, it's just not happening at the moment because they've told me I would have to keep the energy going, the healing, the way I heal. It would actually, when you heal, it would come through me. And that healing, I can't do that. Obviously, I'm not going to be here forever on the planet. So it's just not going to work. So it's just a way I heal. But I have finished my healing cards, and you'll be able to do whatever you want with them. They are going to come out. I am in the process of working out how to set my shop up. So I'll be putting readings on there that you can do, and other stuff, the merch as I call it. Sniffs. And lots of different things will be put on there to help you put healing cards, things like that. So yeah, check it out. But readings are the biggest thing, and other psychic services, spirit removal, you know, people that shouldn't be there, send the lads round and they'll move them out, the shadow men, things like that. I have done that a few times actually. I went into one of my friend's house and I basically out. Her daughter had a load of orbs going around the room, and her mother was in mine having a night, shall we say, a drinky, and she was terrified. And it was when I was staying in the flats that were made out of the hospice, which I was told I had moved into to heal, apparently, so we'll see if it's healed. But I went round there and out. So yeah, I do that. And if anybody needs any help finding someone who you know, like serious cases, I would really like to help with that. They've been testing me out and things like that. So yeah, that's what I do now. but I do healing. I am going to be doing animal communication readings, things like that as well. I'm going more into the elemental and more into the witch vibe with certain things, flower remedies and aromatherapy, things like that. And yeah, that was the other thing I had to give up and realize that I'm more I look at divine consciousness and the white light rather than the way I was brought up with my religion. And I was confirmed in that religion and everything, but I've had to change so much and realize who I am. So good luck with your journey, and let me know how you're getting on and what you've had to realize in the comments. And please subscribe, like and share, and there'll be another channel reading coming up shortly. Take care. Bye.